So here's where I am right now, Highland Trailhead. I'm gonna hike down this trail to the Naturalist Basin. There's a whole bunch of little lakes back here, and that's where I'm gonna camp tonight. Hello, Darren Alff here from BicycleTouringPro.com. I'm in the Uinta National Forest right now, and I'm not on my bicycle, as you can likely tell. I'm backpacking, doing just a short overnight backpacking trip, 1 day in, 1 day out, and 1 night of camping. So it's November 4th right now. By the time you watch this, it'll be much later, but it's still relatively warm, and this is basically the last opportunity that I believe I'm gonna have to do any sort of outdoor adventuring for the year, because this weekend it's expected to snow. So I figured I would spend the last 2 warm days out here in nature, getting in one last little trip. And as much as I like to do bike trips, I also like to do backpacking trips. In fact, that's how I kind of got started in the outdoors, is I did a long, like 11-day backpacking trip when I was 13, 14 years old. Did that in the Sierra Nevada mountain range in California. Loved it. And so after doing that, I felt much more comfortable doing long distance bike tours, because long distance backpacking is so gosh darn similar to long distance bicycle touring. And I tell people that all the time. It's one of the things I mention inside my book, The Bicycle Touring Blueprint, is the fact that if you can go on a long distance backpacking trip, you can very likely go on a long distance bicycle touring trip. Skills required are very much the same. A lot of the equipment is very much the same. And this is why you've seen bike packing, this term bike packing, become so popular in recent years, is because people have also realized that backpacking and bicycle touring are so darn similar that you can kind of combine the two into this thing called bike packing, which is basically just bicycle touring in an off-road environment and packing maybe a slightly different way. Same thing, bike packing is bicycle touring. So here I am in the Uintas by myself, which is another thing. I tried to get some friends to come with me, but no one was able to come. It's a Wednesday and a Thursday tomorrow, so it's kind of hard to get people to come during the middle of the week. But here I am, getting out in nature, and so far I'm loving it. There's only one other car at the trailhead, and it looked like they're just doing an out and back sort of hike today. So I'll probably be the only person camping out at the lakes that I'm heading to. So thought I'd take you on the adventure, maybe share some of my insights into bicycle touring and backpacking with you as well, and obviously show you this beautiful national forest. The Uinta National Forest is not very well known, but it's only an hour, less than an hour away from where I live in Park City, Utah, and it's freaking beautiful. There's so many lakes out here. It's like hundreds and hundreds of lakes. The scenery, as you can tell, is really, really nice. I'm going across a bridge right now. This is cool. So anyways, here we go. It's so quiet right now. Like, there is no noise other than my footsteps and the wind in the trees. I heard a dog barking off in the distance. Not sure how far away that was, but it's really quiet. Got some snow here. There is snow kind of scattered everywhere around here, but for the most part the trail is dry, so it's good. In about 3 days this whole thing is probably going to be covered in snow. That's why I wanted to come out here right now, is got to take advantage of this warm weather while we got it. It's about 50 degrees right now, I think. Maybe a little colder, 49, 48, something like that. So not too bad. I'm actually wearing shorts. But I have, in my backpack, I have a bunch of jackets, like 3 jackets, down jacket, fleece jacket, long underwear. I've also got long underwear pants, fleece pants, and snow pants as well. So hopefully all of that will keep me warm, and I've got my winter sleeping bag on top of that. So I've already come to the first junction here. There's a little sign. It says Mirror Lake to the right and Rocky Sea Pass to the left. I'm going this way. Looks like we got a fallen tree here. Gotta make my way around this thing. Go over here. Ugh. Just go over this. Yep. Alright. The sun has just gone behind a big cloud, and immediately there's like a temperature difference. It felt a lot nicer when the sun is out. The forest also feels so much spookier when you're in the shade like this. Just like instantly the forest gets scary. I mean, forest is always kind of scary because I realize that there are like bears and mountain lions and wolves and, you know, potentially dangerous animals out here. My chances of encountering one, I think, are pretty slim, but it's always going on somewhere in the back of your mind. I do have a bottle of bear spray on me. I've never, in 20 years of outdoor adventuring and traveling all around the world, I've never needed any kind of weapon or bottle of bear spray, but I have it just in case. It's the only real weapon I have on me. Don't even have a knife right now. So just keeping my eyes peeled in this dark, shady, cold, snow-covered forest. Look at this, bicycles prohibited. That's interesting. So they're allowed up until this point? See? Bicycles prohibited. This would be a cool bikepacking trail. It's pretty rocky in some sections, but yeah, not a lot of bike trails out here in the Uintas. Check this out. Approaching a nice, whoa, this is awesome, big meadow. Look at that. Whew. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, this is why I come out here. Like, views like that, it's so nice. Have this whole place to myself. Gosh, it's quiet right now. All I hear is my footsteps, my backpack rustling, and the, like, here, look at this. There's like frozen ice on this little trickling creek here going across. Look at that. With the meadow in the background. Woo! Nice! Something here. Somebody dropped their jacket. Looks like a kid's jacket. It's got a pin in it. Yeah. What's the pin? I don't know what that is. Okala? Looks like Middle Eastern or something. Huh. It's pretty typical to find like people's glasses or their keys or something like that along the trail, but to find someone's entire jacket is kind of strange. Like they take it off and because they got hot and then they keep hiking, forget to pick up the jacket. I don't know. Pretty big thing to forget. Going up right now, up a little hill. It's really nice though. Whew. Getting me out of breath. So off to the right there, through the trees, you can just barely see it, is a little lake. And then over here, straight ahead and to the left, is obvious fire damage. There was a big fire that came through here not too long ago, and I am hiking through the area right now. So I don't know how long it's going to continue like this, whether my entire campsite that I was planning to camp at tonight is going to look like this, or if this is just a small stretch of burned forest and then it'll continue into the regular forest after that. We'll see. But it's kind of ugly, kind of beautiful, all at the same time. There's a bottle right there. I'm going to just pick that up, put it on the trail. If I hike back tomorrow, I can pick it up, take it out as trash. There you go. Little bottle. I try to pick up trash whenever I see it on the trail, but I don't want to carry this for 2 days or whatever. I'm just going to put it here. Someone else will either pick it up or I'll pick it up tomorrow on my way out. So there's the lake over to the right. Nice one. Look at this. This tree over here, this one, fell down on top of this tree. And it burnt a hole straight through the tree. And obviously this tree continued over this way. It looks like maybe this was a part of it or something, I'm not sure. But they probably cut it to clear the trail here. But wow, that's the power of fire right there. Look at that thing. Just cut right through there. Whew. Nice lake view. We're going through this fire section here, which is kind of neat. But it got me thinking about the various fires that I've encountered on my bike tours all around the world. And in 2002, I biked across the country on the Trans-American Trail from east to west across the United States of America. And as I was approaching Colorado, there were a whole bunch of fires in the mountains that year. And there was a whole lot of talk amongst the long distance cyclists on the Trans-American Trail about whether we would be able to get through the mountains in Colorado because of all these fires. Now, I figured I'm just gonna keep going. If I reach a place where they tell me I gotta turn around and go another way, that's what I do. But otherwise, I'm just gonna continue into the smoke and continue on my way. So that's what I did. And it worked out okay. I ended up passing like several fire camps where there were like tents of firemen and women camped out nearby the fires in the mountains. And there were a couple like roadblocks where they were stopping cars and telling them like there's a fire ahead, blah blah blah, you might not want to go this way. But other than that, I didn't encounter like any flames near the side of the road or anything like that. It was kind of just smoky flames off in the distance in the mountains. So that was probably the most serious like fire scenario that I have ever gone through in 20 years. But there have been scenarios on my bike tours where I was just on like a small quiet country back road in the middle of nowhere, when all of a sudden I come around the corner and the whole hillside is on fire. Right on the side of the road, you know, or in the road practically. Not in the road usually, but on both sides of the road, you know, like literally right here and right here. So there have been times on my bike tours where I have literally been cycling through flames on both sides of the road. Maybe like 10, 12 feet high at tops, but most of it's, you know, close to the ground. But still, those situations I think stand out to me more than like the big fire scenario that was happening in Colorado in the summer of 2002, just because the flames were so close to me, like literally right here. And the fact that there was no one else around. Like I was the only person on this road. And before that, it had been green and lush and beautiful. And then all of a sudden, boom, just fire. And like in one scenario, there was like a wooden fence and it was all on fire. And the bushes next to the fence were all on fire. It's really kind of cool looking actually. But very bizarre because I'm just in the middle of nowhere. No one is trying to fight this fire. And there's no way I could do it myself. The thing is big, you know? So I just continue cycling and I imagine that the fire burned itself out or whatever. But yeah, fire. It's one of those things you rarely encounter on a bike tour, but in 20 years I have come across it several times. Now it looks like over here the burnt forest kind of stops and the green forest begins again. So hopefully I'm going into that section soon. The good thing about the birch forest is there's no leaves to see through, so I can see much further in the forest than I can when the trees are green. So if there was an animal or something, I'd be able to spot them from much further away. That's the direction I've kind of come from over there, over that mountain. And I'm going this way. Oh, the trail's getting rocky here. Bridge kind of fell apart there. Oh, jeez. Look at this. During the summertime, this trail is probably very populated, like lots of people hiking in and out. But right now, November, I can't even believe I'm backpacking right now and then I'm gonna spend the night out here. And it's so warm, I'm thinking of taking my jacket off. I'm approaching another trail marker here. It says Rocky Spa Pass and Packard Lake. I'm not going to either one of those places, so just keep going, I guess. My trail is up here somewhere on the left. I have to turn to the left over that direction, but I'm not exactly sure where or how far down. I could pull out my phone and look at my GPS, but I don't think I need to just yet. Try to keep my phone off. Save the battery as much as possible. I gotta jump this tree. Alright, back on the trail. I've been going uphill for the last several miles. I'm out of breath, tired, feel kind of ready for a nap, but I'm getting there. My turnoff to the Naturalist Basin, which is where I'm planning to camp tonight, should be just up here, just a little stretch, and then I turn to the left. So I'm keeping my eye out for the turnoff. Don't want to miss it and just continue off forever into the backcountry. Look at this little creek here, practically frozen solid. Yeah, I could put, there we go. Ugh. I'm gonna have to get my water from here soon, so don't want the water to freeze. There's a big cairn right here. I don't know, it looks, oh. So there's one trail that goes that way. That's the trail I'm on. And then right here, you have to look closely, up in this tree, is a very primitive sign that says NB, Naturalist Basin. That's where I'm going. I don't know what HL stands for. NB though, is me. And this is my left-hand turn. So if that cairn weren't there, that pile of rocks, I probably wouldn't have seen this turnoff because it's pretty small and that sign is pretty weak. So I'm getting close. I've got about maybe 2.5 miles to the lake. So maybe a little more, 3 miles. So an hour and a half maybe. It's uphill still. We're going uphill. Don't know how long it'll take me. Yeah, so I just stopped and checked the map. 2.2 miles, 2.5 miles, whatever it said. All uphill, and it's not easy. It's not terribly hard either, but it's quite rocky, so you really gotta watch your step here. And we're getting really high up in elevation. I didn't check to see what the elevation was, but I'm guessing we're at 11,000 feet, something like that. Whew. I need a haircut. I'm breathing hard, my heart is racing. This trail is so rocky. At this pace though, I should be there in the next hour and a half or something like that. I'm going pretty slow, but still making good time and plenty of daylight left. So I'll get there to the lake, plenty of time to set up my tent, eat some food, collect some wood for a campfire, and then it'll probably get dark shortly thereafter. All right, another little sign here. It says Blue Lake Jord. I don't know what Jord is, but so that's the trail going that way, and I want to go this way to the right. So I think there's 2 or 3 lakes up that direction. I'm going this way to where there's like 4 or 5 or 6 lakes. Whoa, this looks nice. Oh, hell yeah. This is sweet. It's frozen water. So from here, I've got about 1.5 miles to my destination. Look at this. This is sweet. You can see some footprints going across here, some pretty big ones. Then obviously it's frozen there. The footprints disappear and continue this way. I don't know if it's because I'm at a higher elevation now, closing on 11,000 feet, but it's gotten significantly colder in the last mile or so. I'm almost to my destination. This might even be part of it. I know that there's a big lake on the left-hand side of the trail. That's what it shows on the map. And this looks like it was once a big lake. Now it looks like several little ponds, but maybe when the water's higher, this is the big lake that I was trying to get to. So I'm gonna just go up past this and up into the basin. Oh, there's a big eagle right there. Can you see it? Oh. Too far away to see what it was. Anyways, I'm gonna just keep going a little bit further up past this lake and into the basin a little bit further just to see what's up here. But this is essentially, I think, my camping spot for the night. So I just gotta find a nice spot, basically. I want to explore a little bit though. I don't want to just pick the first place I come across. So let's see what's up here. The first thing I see up here is frozen water. which means it's cold right now. Here we go, here's the lake. See, Jordan Lake. And here it is, okay. Woo! This is so cool. Literally and figuratively. Jordan Lake. Nice. Damn. I've got the whole place to myself too. There's nobody up here. This is awesome. Whew. Let's see. This little rock right here. Ooh, frozen. I love coming to places like this when there's no one here. I just freaking love that. Like, I have the whole place to myself. It's a different feeling when you are in the outdoors and you get up here and there's like one person here and one person over there and one person over there and they could all see you. It's just different. It feels so good. Just kind of being alone, you know? It's nice. Trail is getting more and more snow covered. Another lake here. Oh no, same lake, just a different end of it. So, in the last half hour, it has gotten significantly colder. My cheeks are starting to go numb a little bit. And I'm at my destination, so it's going to be a very cold night. While it would be tempting and very nice to camp on the edge of the lake on one of these little peninsulas or whatever jutting out into the lake, I don't think I want to do that. If you can see the lake, it's totally frozen. Means the wind is whipping over that thing and making it very, very cold. So I don't want to camp like right here on the edge of the lake. Look at this spot behind me here. This would be a great summer camping spot right there, kind of on that little thing jutting out. That'd be perfect, but right now the wind is whipping. So I'm gonna follow this a little bit further. We've got another couple hours of daylight, 2 more hours maybe. So I'm gonna just explore a little bit, even though it is getting kind of cold. I'm gonna go past the end of Jordan Lake here and see what's up at the end of this trail. The trail is kind of getting hard to follow because it's getting narrower and it's getting covered in snow. So I'm off trail right now, but there it is. I found it. Back on the trail. Whew. My eyes are like freezing. That's how cold it is. Ever since the lake, it's just been climbing. It's very steeply uphill. Whew. Look at where I am. Going up against these rocks. Oh. There's the lake. It does seem a bit warmer up here. It was really cold down at that lake. I'm getting hit with the sun right now, which is nice. I am so out of breath. The trail has pretty much disappeared now. You see Jordan Lake there behind me. Whew. So I'm essentially off the trail at the moment. Oh, there's a cairn right there. Oh yeah, check this out. This might be the top. Yeah. Nice. As you can see, the basin goes all the way around. I'm surrounded by mountains on all sides. So there's not a whole lot further I can go before I walk over those mountains, which is entirely possible, but I'm not going to do it. I just kind of wanted to see what was up here. I was hoping I'd see some elk or moose or something. There's a cairn on the rock right there. But there's absolutely no trail to follow at the moment. It's that little rock pile. I don't see any others. It looks like another lake in the distance. Alright, there it is. My final lake of the day. The wind is whipping off of the lake straight into me. It's blowing this way, into my face, and it is freezing cold. I can barely talk right now. So, I'm gonna go this direction. Somebody's camped here. I'm not gonna camp right here because the wind is so bad. I'm gonna go this direction, back towards Jordan Lake, the direction I came. My guess is the wind is whipping over this little hill. So if I can get on the back side of this hill, not down at Jordan Lake, but not up here, I think I can find a spot that's relatively warm and where I'm not getting hit by the wind, the cold wind, frozen wind. So I think somewhere in these trees over here would be a good spot to camp. The wind is coming this way over the hill, so it'll blow into the tops of those trees. I'm gonna get down the hill just a little bit. The wind will blow over my tent, hopefully, while I'm sleeping, and I'll be in the trees a little bit to protect myself even further from any wind that might be blowing. Plus, if I find the right spot, the sun is setting over here, maybe I can get another hour in the sun on this side of the hill. So that's where I'm going, right in here somewhere, down this hill, maybe like 100 feet, somewhere in the sun and out of the wind. After hiking on such rocky terrain all day, it's nice to be in this little grassland area. This might be my spot right here. Through the trees, down the hill just a little ways, out of the wind, and with an incredible view. Look at where I am right now. Woo! There's Jordan Lake. The sun's about to set there in the distance. So yeah, I think this will be a good spot because the wind is coming this direction. It'll hit those trees a little bit, diffuse. If I can hide behind like a little shelter like this rock ledge, then I can really protect myself from the wind. So maybe if I set my tent up like right in here, it's a little rocky, but somewhere over here maybe over here. Right here might be good. So look, I'm behind these rocks. Look at the view. I mean, if I set my tent right here, that is my view from the tent. Nice. So originally my plan was to get here, set up my tent, make some tea, and build a campfire tonight. But I don't know if I want to build a fire. One, there's not a lot of wood around here. Two, I don't personally enjoy just sitting around the campfire by myself and it being like crazy dark outside. And three, it's kind of windy. So I'm just thinking a campfire is probably not the best. I'm probably just going to crawl inside my tent as soon as it gets dark and read a book, listen to a podcast, do some journaling. I brought some paper and pen. I just want to write down like things that I want to accomplish this winter. So yeah, that's basically how I'm going to spend the evening. But I thought it's kind of chilly right now and my face has been cold for like an hour. So I thought I'll make some hot tea really quick, warm myself up, and then just enjoy the last few minutes of sunlight here. As soon as that sun disappears behind the horizon, it's gonna get cold. So I have the tea, and then I'm gonna make some lentil soup. I just brought this can of Progresso lentil soup. I have another peanut butter and banana sandwich. And then I have 2 bags of dehydrated strawberries and dehydrated cherries. I actually made these myself. I bought a dehydrator recently and I've been dehydrating like fruit and a whole bunch of other things. So that is like a whole basket of cherries dehydrated. All the water's been taken out of them and all that's left is the actual cherry itself. They're very strong in flavor, but they're incredibly light, which is great. Like, can you imagine me carrying, a whole thing of whole thing of cherries on a trip like this? It'd be very, very heavy. They'd get squished and stuff. So that's a whole bag of cherries, and this is an entire basket, or that might be 2 baskets actually, of strawberries. I have a couple chocolate in there as well for dessert. So that's my dinner tonight. Ooh, it's steaming. We're steaming here. Ow, whoa, tea is ready. Okay, turn this off. The sun is setting. Last little view of my valley here. There's the sun just about to dip behind the mountain. As soon as the sun disappears, which is like right now, I'm gonna climb inside my tent. I'm cooking some hot chocolate right now. And as soon as that hot chocolate is finished, I'll pack up all my things, climb inside the tent, change into all my warm clothes, and prepare for a long, cold night here in the Uinta National Forest.